What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be showing to make Five Nights at Freddy's sister location in Minecraft. This is part one of probably around 4. And, yeah. Now, this tour is very dark, so I will, at the beginning of part 2, I will put a brighter one, because I do know that it is very dark. I tried to make it, like, look kind of creepy, but, it looks dark. So yeah, I will do a night vision tour at the beginning of the next part, but yeah, with that being said, enjoy the last 2 seconds of this, and let's get on with the other stuff. Alright, so the space room of this big boy is a 94 by 54. That is, if you have an area that is anything like not even like, if it's like very large, but you still have like a small limit, I would recommend counting this out. Because we're going to start in the front middle, and then we're going to work our way back into the sides. We're going to basically make a line straight back, and then I think we'll go left and right. I don't know what we're planning on doing this episode. You'll know by the intro. And the materials we need to start off are smooth stone blocks, polished andesite, glass, just normal glass blocks, nothing special here. Polished andesite slabs, light gray concrete, black concrete, acacia button, and stone button. What we're doing is we're going to start with the little details in the area. We're going to probably work to there. We're going to work to the end of that, and then once we hit there, we're going to kind of stop and go back and finish off that area, and then we'll move to that area. I know that's kind of dumb, but it's kind of just easiest because the vents are a little bit weird. Starting from the front left-hand corner of your 94 by 54 grid coffee minute, you want to count right by 41. And going right from that, you want to place 12 polished andesite. Mr. Squidward is finally eating. Was he even eating a blueberry? I don't know. It still looks like there's. Is there 3 or there 4? I don't know. He looked like he was eating something. Oh, rebellious lizard. I didn't even give him like any blueberries, and it was just he ate like 2, and then he was like, "Nah, I'm done now." He only eats blueberries and dubia roaches too, so he's a picky boy. Then from that block, this far right block, you want to count, or you want to place going backward of 3 polished andesite. Sorry, I don't know why I'm getting mixed up all over the place. Move forward diagonally to the left with 3 polished andesite. Or, sorry, backward diagonally to the left by 1. Sorry, my bad. Left 1. Place 2 smooth stone. 2 polished andesite. Forward diagonally to the left by 3, and then forward 2. So you should have that. You should have like a trapezoid. You then want to place an additional polished andesite on top of the polished andesite. Leave the smooth stone alone. It wants to be by itself, and that's how we're going to leave it. Although we'll get some friends later. That was a random analogy. I never do that. Alright. Then what you want to do is you want to kind of go in the same pattern, and going from this front left-hand corner, then going to the right, you want to place 12 polished andesite. Then move backward, or sorry, forward, no, yeah, backward with 3 glass panes. I don't know why I'm getting that confused. Backward diagonally to the left with 3 glass blocks. Sorry, these are glass blocks, not panes. God, I'm apparently not ready to record a tutorial. 1 polished andesite. Skip over this doorway. Polished andesite. Glass block. Forward diagonally to the left with 3 glass blocks, and then forward by 2. Hey Siri, Set a timer for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Hopefully we can at least get this room and that room done. Maybe that too, because that's an easy room. So I'd say if the 20-minute timer's done and we like just made the vent, then I think I'll continue. You then want to place an additional row of polished andesite on top of the glass and just the polished andesite back. And then, okay, this is going to be where it gets a little bit confusing. But basically, what you want to do is you want to place a row of upside-down polished andesite stairs on top of the andesite. Again, leaving the doorway open. So basically, what I do is I'd place two upside-down polished andesite stairs on top of these here little, like, sections of the back by the doorway. And then I'd place a block moving left and right of that, and then an upside-down polished andesite stair moving forward that's facing towards the inside. And then I'd place a block to the right, or to the outside of it, then another stair facing towards the middle. Block to the outside of that, and then just place upside-down polished andesite stairs on top of the rest of the andesite here on the back and the sides. That's how I would do it. You can do it however you like with these areas, because I do know that looks a little bit strange. But there's like a little bit of a ridge there, and I was trying to recreate that, so, yeah. You want to fill in your floor with smooth stone along this, just basically in the floor, directly in the floor. Now, okay, before you do it, you can make it different because in the game, it does look like there's a graded floor. However, I would not recommend using iron bars because you can fall through those, and that's not what you really want for this. So, I was gonna play with it, but then I forgot to. So, like, looking at it, you could use iron trap doors. I think that'd be your best bet. And then I'd put black concrete under it if you wanted to do that. Or just rock with the smooth stone. It's up to you. Whatever floats your boat. Then moving back to the top of this, you want to place a row of polished andesite on top of all your stairs and your upside down stairs. And I guess your blocks as well if you really want to. It doesn't really matter if you do it on the blocks. I will. And then connect it together above the doorway this time. Just like that. You then want to bring all the polished andesites inwards by one row, the top row only. You kind of want to bring it in, and you do also want to make sure that... Usually I'll tell you to hold the diagonals off like these, I would tell you to get rid of, but leave them for this one. It will make the next step, or not the next step, but it'll be the step, like, in a little bit. It'll make it just to look a little bit nicer with it that way. Plus, it doesn't really make a difference, because you can't see the ceiling anyways. Then you want to take out your acacia and stone buttons, which are these two, and you want to the right of the doorway on the polished andesite, right next to the glass, or yeah, next to the glass blocks on the right side, you want to place an acacia button, and on the left side, place a stone button. Just like that. You can't really see the stone button, but it does make a little bit of a difference. Also, there's one small correction. Take out your polished andesite, and to the right of the acacia button, which is this right button, you want to break that glass block and replace it with a polished andesite. I do not know if I actually did that because I had to, or if I did it because that's how it is in the game. Because there's a wall here, there's a wall right here. No, yeah, that would have worked. You could have just placed a black concrete there. I don't know, I would have probably gone for game accurate rather than that little, like, area that you won't even probably be looking at. Then what you want to do is you want to place around the outsides of these glass blocks here, you want to just place a row of black concrete to kind of seal it off. Most of the windows will do this. Most of the windows will just be sealed off with black concrete. I want to say only the two ones in the main lobby room type area. That room right there, I guess the controls area. I don't know what it's called. Circus gallery vent blacked off. That area is blacked off. This one's blacked off, and none of the other rooms I don't think have windows, except for this one. But those are just go into the rooms, so that does not have a window. That's just blacked off. Then what you want to do for your ceiling, the area remaining, is you want to place a row of black concrete up diagonally by one, up diagonally inwards by one, I guess, and you kind of just want to fill in your ceiling with black concrete. Now, there is videos out there, because they have like that, there's that spinny thing at the top. It's in here, and it is also in the scooping room. You can look up videos of that. I believe FedEx Gaming did one. Because I'm pretty, yeah, he did do one with the, where the elevator had that little spinny thing. I don't know how to do it. I watched his video also, but I still don't know how to do it. I was like a while back, not recently. But if you want to make that type of light, I would recommend doing that. And then we're going to place lanterns here later, soul lanterns, so I would recommend holding that off as well. Alright, next step. Behind this inner row of polished andesite here on either side of the doorway, you want to place a row of gray concrete. It only has to go to the height of the upside down stairs, so I'd say place one behind those stairs, and you don't have to go any higher than that. I mean, you can, but it doesn't really make a difference. Then what you want to do is you want to bring either row of gray concrete backward diagonally to the outside by one, and then backwards by one, and those rows are going to be black concrete. They should be just as tall. Just like that. The reason I did this is because you can't actually see this area in the game. The only thing you see is basically this, maybe a little bit on the sides that looks kind of blacked out, and then the vent. That's all you see. So I just kind of made it so, and the wall obviously above the vent, but yeah, I just made it so. There's little blacked out areas there just so I didn't have to add walls. Yeah, just like that. You then want to bring the back row of black concrete on either side inward diagonally backwards with a row of light gray concrete. Just like that. I guess the overhead is better. You then want to bring... This does matter. I was going to say it doesn't matter, but it will shift your entire build by a block. So, like, it's not a huge difference. If you're building this basically, like, free-handed, and you just kind of, you didn't completely, or you didn't, like, you don't have this exactly, you just have, like, let's say 5 more blocks in that direction. If you want to have the vent on the right side, you can. However, if you do that, your entire build will get shifted to the right by 1 block. So it's up to you. But what I would do is, to the left of this right row of light gray concrete, you want to place an additional row of light gray concrete. So I have my 1 row strip on the left side, which is where the build is, basically. That's basically the center of the entire building. I don't know if it's exact center, but it's, I'd say it's pretty close. Well, no, it is a 1 block center. So it's pretty close to the center, I'd say. I think the center is actually are these 2 blocks. Or, yeah, no, wait. Okay, never mind, I was thinking that, because that's centered, but, and I guess that is centered too. But whatever, that doesn't matter. Then what you want to do is you want to basically take the bottom 2 rows of the inner light gray concrete section, which is these 2 right here, and you want to bring them backwards, each with, I want to say, 11 polished andesite? No, 10 polished andesite, so hold that thought, so it is 10. Bottom 2 on each light gray concrete, on the inner 2 light gray concrete rows, so you have a vent kind of area, just like this. You then want to place a row upward diagonally inwards by 1 from that, so you should have a little bit of a vent area. Then at the front side of this, so the side that's kind of like you can see that polished andesite right there from inside the elevator. Place a light gray concrete moving forward from that, and then bring that up with 2 light gray concrete. How long do we have? Okay, I think we're just gonna get through this room, and then we'll probably end it. And next part, probably that room, and then these 2 big rooms, because I can cut out parts for those. And then we might be able to finish this in 3 parts. It'll kind of be weird timed, but I think we can. Alright, what you want to do now in this little area right here is you want to fill in your roof with polished andesite at the level of the elevator ceiling. So now it will be, okay, never mind, it won't be super dark. It will probably be dark if you're in Java Edition, because this shouldn't shine through light in Java, but, For me, it does, and also there. But, and then what you want to do is, if you're in Java, just fill in the floor straight with smooth stone. And then this is where it's different between Java and Bedrock. If you're in Java, get out a trapdoor. I would choose, I don't know, I guess, doesn't really matter. I choose oak, I guess. And you would want to place an oak trapdoor above the vent area, just like that, on the block above it. And then you can open it, and when you close it, you should crouch down into like a kind of the little kind of swimming motion almost. If you're in Bedrock, you want to basically fill in your floor with smooth stone, except break the block in front of. You can also, if you do it in Java, make sure to put polished andesite on the floor so it's only a 1 block gap. But if you're in Java, in Bedrock, you want to break the smooth stone in front of the vent pathway, and then you want to break the floor going all the way to the back, and then break it out 2 more blocks and fill that entire row in with polished andesite. Here's what it should look like on the flip side. And then back on the inside. Just like that. Now you want to clear inventory and just get out soul lanterns really quick. I didn't even grab them. You need soul lanterns, and what you want to do is basically, in the front 2 corners, and I'll say the back 2 corners, you want to place soul lanterns. Actually, I don't even know if I placed them in the back. No, yeah, I did. So, there you go. Those 2, and then these 2. God, I'm now... Actually, no, man, I won't talk about that right now. I'll talk about that when we're filling in something useless. Alright, you can clear inventory again, because we don't need those anymore. And now you want to get out lime terracotta. I don't use that very often. Gray concrete. Glass blocks again. Iron bars. Polished black stone brick slabs. Polished andesite. We need a lot of polished andesite for this build. That is for sure. And a lot of lime terracotta. So be ready for those 2 if you're in survival. Skeleton skulls. We need a few of those. So get ready if you're in survival. Let's go on an absolute mob hunt. Unless you're in Bedrock, then good luck. That's all I have for you. Good luck. Paintings. And we can get 1 more. I'll say soul lantern, because... Oh, we could have just kept those then. That was pretty pointless of getting rid of them. Alright. What you want to do now is, from the polished andesite, either side of the kind of vent area, you want to place a lime terracotta. Just 1 on either side. You then want to bring either one outwards by 4. Just like that. Ow. That dug into my finger. That was not very nice. Then backwards by 5. Leave a 1 block gap. Backwards by 6. And then inwards by 4. Like that. Also, just my controller trigger. It didn't actually do any damage. It just kind of hurt. You then want to bring all those lime terracottas up with 2 additional rows of lime terracotta. And then on that second row up, you can connect them above all 4 points, right? Yes, you can. I was gonna talk about the fact that I always used to just appear offline all the time on PlayStation, but now I'm appearing offline, and usually I'm appearing online now. Sorry, and usually I would appear offline and then appear offline when I made videos before I would just always offline, and now I never go offline. It hasn't made a difference yet, but still, because nobody messages me anymore. But it's honestly fine. You want to fill in your floor with gray concrete, and again, if you're in Bedrock Edition, leave a block gap among, or at the 4 little points. The 4 little, entrances. Just like that, so that's kind of what you should have, and then obviously just fill in the middle straight with gray concrete. It's funny, because I'm at over 1,000 subscribers now. I think it's like 1,035. And it's kind of crazy because, like, and sad, nobody from the first, like, 200, I think, are here. I think there's 2 people left, which is Ian and Crazy, I think is what his name is now, which was FNAF Faz 256. It's weird how much that's changed. And it's probably somebody else. Actually, no, there's one other person, the Senpai Joe person, I think. Which is kind of crazy. I don't normally give shout-outs either. I don't really say it's a shout-out. Alright, and okay, in every single gap in front of the doorway, you just want to break the floor and replace it with a polished andesite. Again, if you're in Bedrock only, you only need to do this in your Bedrock. If you're in Bedrock, sorry, can't speak. And then you want to extend it outwards by 2. Who made a noise? Okay, yeah, the timer's gonna go off in the middle of this, but that's fine. Alright, what you want to do is you want to come to the front of this room, and you want to place 3 rows of lime terracotta that are shorter than the base layer of this room. Just like that. So I think they're 9, 1 taken off of either side. You then want to place another row on top of that with 2 taken off from either side, so it should be 5. And then you want to place an additional row with 1 taken off either side, and then 2 rows with 1 taken off either side from that row below it. Just like that. So you should have the base layer of 11, 3 rows of 9, row of 5, row of 3, 2 rows of 1. And then what you want to do with okay, this is going to be very, specific. But basically what you want to do is you want to bring these 3, like, the 3 rows of 9, you want to bring that, far left and far right row backward with a row of lime terracotta. Then 4 rows of glass blocks. Row of lime terracotta. 4 rows of glass blocks. And then 2 rows of lime terracotta. Sorry, I said that a little weird. I'm trying to be better with that. I used to be like, I say it how I say it. But now I'm like, I want people to actually understand what I'm saying. Just like that. You then want to bring those end rows of lime terracotta inwards with 2 rows of lime terracotta each. And then you want to fill in this area with iron bars. Actually, you don't have to do this yet. I would, just for fun. However, you might have to destroy one of them, which is the center one. Or I guess any of them would really work. I'll try and I can find a way around it. Then what you want to do is you want to place a row of lime terracotta on top of the outside of these rows. So basically, you only need to know on top of the glass blocks and then this back row here. You actually don't even need to do all of the back row, but I'm just going to do this entire row for fun, just to kind of square it off. Which it literally isn't going to matter in about 20 seconds, because we're going to unsquare it. God, that does not sound right. Unsquare. We're going to unsquare this building, guys. Alright. You then want to bring, I guess, the outermost row of this kind of peak section to the to the top with the lime terracotta. Now, the top row you want to, actually no, you don't want to do it that way, sorry. What you basically want to do is you want to bring this top row of lime terracotta that's above the glass box. You want to bring it inwards with 2 rows of lime terracotta. I'm going to instruct this step by step because I realized I did an oopsies. You then want to bring it inward diagonally upwards with a row of lime terracotta. Okay, never mind. I didn't do an oopsies. Or did it? No, I did. I kind of did a small one. You then want to bring it up a row. And then cap it off with a row of lime terracotta at the top. There. So I'll show you from the inside what it should look like. The back center of this, you want to place a soul lantern at the back top center. Just like that. At the center block above the iron bar, little 3x3 section, you want to place a skeleton skull. I was going to have you do something, but you don't have the materials for it yet. And then you want to come to the bottom left-hand corner, which is this one, below the glass here. I guess, no, it's below lime terracotta, technically. You want to count right by 1, place 2 polished andesite. Do the same at the back right-hand corner, so count left 1, and then place 2 polished andesite moving left. So it's left instead of right, you literally just reverse it. Alright, next step. Come to this left, section, which is this left little polished andesite, rectangle. This one. At the lime terracotta above the right polished andesite, you want to place a skeleton skull. Up diagonally to the left by 1, you want to place another skeleton skull. And then down diagonally to the left, you want to place 1 more skeleton skull. Just like that. Now, you want to, from either, oh, I didn't place a polished andesite here, oops. From either little vent area, which is these 2 sides, you want to, on the block behind, the gray concrete behind this little, gap open, which, this may be a gray concrete or a polished andesite for you, depending on what platform you're on. But from this block behind, you want to count inwards by 2, and then you want to place an iron bar, and do that on both sides. So there's basically a 3-block gap in between them. And then you want to place a polished black stone slab on top of each one. If you want to make this functional, what I would do is I just place a lever on the wall, like there maybe, and just place a redstone lamp there. If you're in Java, I believe redstone does work differently than it does in Bedrock, so feel free to do whatever you'd like with that, but yeah. Like you could even make the whole shock thing if you wanted to, although I'm not redstone advanced at all, so don't ask me for help, basically. Is that everything that we need to use? No, we still need to use this painting. And I think we can chuck everything that we have. What you want to do is from this top left-hand corner of this iron bar here, you want to place a painting to the left of it. Just like that. Doesn't matter what painting. I'd actually go for the one with the white background, or that clown-looking thing. Is that a clown, or is that a, salad? Same thing. Sorry, my voice just vanished out of existence. I don't know why it does that. It likes to just leave. Alright. We're almost done this episode, which is either which is good or bad, depending on your viewpoint. Clear inventory, and you want to get out item frames. Pillar quartz blocks. God, this is so... I don't want to say intricate because it's complimenting myself, but this is so down to the smallest detail, and I don't know why. You'll see why. Polished andesite, yay, more polished andesite. Literally just polished andesite and lime terracotta in this. Black concrete, more of that as well. More concretes. That's not a concrete. Spruce trapdoors. I think that's it. No, stone buttons. On the front face of these 4 polished andesites, you want to place a stone button. You then want to come to the outside and come to the back of the build, and you want to place on the bottom. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit different, which I'll tell you why in a second here. You can either right below this iron bar, this center bottom iron bar, you can either place a black concrete or polished andesite. Either one you place will be visible from the opposite side. I placed a black concrete because I personally think the look of that is better because you know, I guess, no, you can't really see that. Because since you can't see it, it does, or you can make the argument that it doesn't matter, so you can place polished andesite there. But it's up to you. But regardless of what you place there, left and right, you want to place a black concrete. Then upward diagonally to the outside, you want to place a black concrete. And then up by 2, you want to place a two black concretes. Sorry, my voice is dying again. Hang on, let me get a drink of water. But yeah, you should have this, like a U shape of black concrete around the outside of the iron bars. Next up, you want to, from, I guess either side of black concrete, this bottom one here on these rows, these vertical rows of 3, so up and down, you want to go backward diagonally towards the center by 1, you want to place a polished andesite. Then moving towards, I guess it's right from my perspective, you want to place black concrete and polished andesite. Going left to right or right to left on top of that does not matter, you want to place 3 black concrete. And left to right or right to left on top of that does not matter, you want to place polished andesite, black concrete, polished andesite. Now, this is a fan. So it looks a little weird that it has 4 blades attached to nothing. So what you want to do is in the center block here, the center black concrete, you want to place a spruce trap door, and you want to make it so it's open. Basically against that black concrete. Just like that. I'll show you what that looks like from... Nope, can't do that. Show how it looks from the... I should just literally just go in here. That's what it looks like from the inside. And then we're going to add our black concrete up there. So I guess on the lime terracottas above the iron bars, you want to place black concrete. Just like that. Now... This is the thing that I said was so down to the pinpoint. I won't say it's accurate, but it's... Well, I guess it's as accurate as I could get it. What you want to do is left and right of this top center skeleton skull, you want to place an item frame. Then, where you have these little sections of 2 here, these rows of 2, right, these ones going inwards, you want to, on the basically the row of lime terracotta where there's this iron, or this bar of lime terracotta in between the 2 windows, you want to place in the most inner row an item frame. And then count backwards by 3, and you want to place or backwards by 2, and you want to place no, you want to count backwards by 3 with a 2-block gap, you want to place an item frame, sorry. Just like that. So that's 2 in between these 2 item frames, and that's directly in line with that little center strip. Then, okay, this is the specific thing that I'm talking about. You want to place a pillar quartz block inside of every single item frame, and you want to make it so it is sideways. So basically, on these vertical ones, I'd make it so sideways is in the little, like, kind of oak pattern is facing front and back. The reason I'm saying this is so down to the pinpoint is because these TVs are all covered in static. So, I chose the block with lines on it. I just did that. I didn't even think anything of it. But now looking back, I was like, wait, what did I place in there? Is that a block of quartz? No, that's a pillar quartz block. I'm honestly surprised I did that. And I don't want to compliment myself for something as dumb as that. But, I don't know. I just think that that's kind of interesting that I actually did that. But once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 1 of Five Nights at Freddy's sister location in Minecraft complete. As mentioned in the beginning, I will show a night vision tour of that in at the beginning of part 2. But, yeah, we still have a lot of work to do. I think this will probably take around 4 parts. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.